So today we are going to be going over some submissions from you lovely humans who have submitted videos to us, and we're going to be reviewing them now. John has done a good job of putting them into a playlist here, so we're going to watch them in order. And if anybody else in chat has things that they want to submit, please do. We'd love to see whatever you want to submit to us to watch. I'm testing out. I think you can just post directly into Twitch. Oh, sorry, too loud. Yeah, it looks like we can just put video links into Twitch chat. So if you have videos that you want us to review, please put it into chat, and we'll remind you over the course of this evening.
Yep, please do. You're gonna share your screen on Discord too, right?
Yes. Yes, I will.
That's how we did it last time, at least.
Share that. Hold on a second. Can you see that?
Yes.
Awesome.
Looks pretty clear.
Awesome. All right. So, which one do you want to go over first? You put this together, so.
Let's do the Rowan, Montana one just to start out with.
Sure. Let's do it.
Basic stuff. So, got Montana here on the left, or MT as we usually call him, and Rowan will apparently come on his frame at some point. Yeah, there's Rowan. Rowan is my student, and so they're both fighting in the style that I usually teach, which is like a very refused sword back, dagger forward, square hip style.
Let me know if you want
This
me to pause it.
black dagger style, but the sword is usually up instead of down. That's probably like the big difference. But we want to like slow it down and break down some of these exchanges, I guess, or
yeah. So let me know if you want me to pause or to rewind frame by frame, etc., etc. But if you want to describe the interaction here, you're welcome to.
Yeah, let's see the last exchange. Yeah, so yeah, can we go back like 5 seconds? And then slow-mo?
Yep. Do you want me to frame by frame it?
Yeah. So I think that Rowan, where was that last shot from Rowan? Because it looked like Rowan wasn't like getting good transfer. Like her attacks were not committed enough.
What do you mean by transfer? What does that word mean?
Like, sorry, I meant like the energy transfer from the ground to her attack.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Like she was losing power. Yeah, like that right there. Right. I feel like maybe it's a little too up. But I want to see it again.
I was going to pause right before it.
Let's see.
So, do you mean like her energy is transferring?
Yeah, I feel like
a little more upward.
Yeah, forward? I want to see it again, but it looked to me like the first time was that she was going too up instead of not forward. But it doesn't look as bad at the second go, like looking at it slow. And it may be more that she just didn't extend enough with her leg. No, maybe not. I don't know. No, I think it's that her shot is went down instead of forward.
I think the intent here, I don't know, if Rowan gets hops in chat, we can ask her directly. But it looks like their intent was to basically pump fake that dagger to get a reaction right here.
Yeah, I think.
And then drop low when the dagger's going up.
Yeah, I definitely saw some stuff that I think wasn't, that I misdiagnosed there, actually. But it looked...
It moved fast enough that the MT did not react at all to the initial interaction.
Yeah, I think a redouble could have been a good option in that one.
Oh, goodbye. Footwork looks good for both of them.
Yeah, that was good range. Let's see that last exchange.
Yeah. You said half
There we
speed
go.
dom. Let's do it.
Yeah. If you hit shift greater than lesser than, you can control the speed
Oh, look at that.
without having bumping that
Hotkeys.
up.
Fucking fancy.
Fancy, yeah. It saves a lot of time if you watch a lot of videos.
I believe it is a
Okay.
45. Is that correct?
Rowan definitely does. I think Montana's is also looks. That looks about 45, right? Like the
I
same like
am like
as Rowan.
99% sure that's a 45.
I think Montana did a good job of getting Rowan's sword on his dagger and then following up here.
Right
So
there.
like once he's here, uh, like it's very safe and control. That's a good shot.
Yeah, her parry was high.
Yeah,
It should have been her the fist holding the dagger, probably lower by the difference between the tip and the wrist
yeah.
to
Like
create that wall.
the tip of the dagger should be on the wrist, not above the wrist,
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
and probably more to the her right
Mm-hmm.
to build that wall on that side better.
Yep. Agreed.
But MT's dagger parry was very good. Set up that shot very well. Go back to
Agreed.
normal speed.
Yeah. Can't do it. Well, you said shift forward. Oh, look at
Yeah,
that.
pretty cool.
Fancy. Thanks, John. Teaching me. I'm learning this.
So we're here for, right?
Yeah. This is Tech Talk with Bumi and John. What happened?
What
All right.
happened there?
All right. So
So
little short,
high. Yeah.
only just. Why did this dagger go flying? Let's find out. So good retreat step, good follow step. That is very committed forward for MT. Wrong. It's a nice cross parry, timed that well. Good distance on it.
Huh? Did that
Oh,
just hit shirt, or was that
yeah.
good?
You can see the
See-
the point there.
Yeah, coming out of the back of
Yep.
the shirt.
Yep. I think that physically pulled him back a bit right here because you can see his upper body trying to fight
Yeah.
the pit. I think it's funny. All right. I can't see what his sword is doing right here in the middle. Ah. Oh, okay. So her sword goes flying because you came inward into that shirt.
Yeah. Oh, it was the sword that flew out of the
Yeah.
hand. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Should have attacked
It's
into
hard to tell
shirt.
whether that was good because it could have hit and slid, or it could have just been all shirt.
Yeah, yeah. That's hard to tell from this angle. She should have attacked down his sword line. Do you mean following underneath his weapon? Back in? Oh, so like this. Yeah, because she had that cross parry. I agree with you. And he was very square. He has to. Correct, yeah. High cross parry. Yeah, the tip should have been on MT's right side, kind of right ribs was the target, or armpit. And she does the thing where I think partially the blade is out of place. Hers is. Uh, but you are correct. It is on the far wrong side.
Yeah.
You say that.
It would.
I
It would.
disagree. I am not a stick human, though.
The stick does cover more space, like physical space.
I think it's just faster, right? Like it's fast and has a little ton of presence.
Yeah. I feel like I can't get the control of my opponent's sword with the stick that I like with the dagger. Like I like that I can have that kind of lockout with the dagger, and I feel like I can't do that with a stick.
You mean having a key on of some sort?
Yeah,
Quillian?
and the way
Key
the
on?
blade interacts with the sword, but I don't know. I'm also not good at stick, so
Hey, chat.
like,
Skill gap.
user
Um,
error.
Chat, I have a question. Is it one in chat if it is Quillian, two in chat if it is Keon? I've heard both. I don't know what's correct, and I am not educated enough in the subject matter to know.
I've heard Quillins. I think is what someone told me once.
Quillians. Okay, so Quillians, something along those lines. All right, thank you. I will call them Quillians from now on. Quillians.
Quillins. But you don't even like Quillians, so.
I don't. I have them.
So
On my
you call,
sword.
well, you only have them on your sword.
That's true.
What happens here? Low.
Yep. So this is a small issue. This is for everybody in chat. This is a personal pet peeve. MT throws low at the leg. That's fine. No issue. But then he rotates into 4 where his palm is supinated and pointing to the sky as the blade comes back up. And you see this huge delay. When you are moving your blade in any direction, there's going to be a delay if you move against the flat. This is a small thing here, but it really highlights it in video where it's this big delay and a lot more springy. Whereas if you want a blade that stays straight, you're always moving along the edge, whether it be false edge or true edge. That is just the better way to bring your blade into a position without any delay. If you want to fly fish around somebody's guard, that's a modern foil style. That's a different thing. But for our game,
lead with your edge.
Yeah, edge movement in all forms.
I agree. Especially for big movements like this.
Yep.
So he just kind of throws right into Rowan's dagger.
Rowan heard you here, Dom. Threw a lot more inside that one. Chat, if you have a video you want us to go over and watch, it doesn't have to be you, please post it. You're welcome to. All right. John, pick for us. What's next?
Let's do something wacky and do that rapier fighting against a halberd. Just see what I just threw that one on there and it was a whim.
Oh. Okay. Let's do it. I don't know squat about this, but we're going to find out. No, I refuse.
You don't pay for YouTube Premium.
That is true. That is true. All right. So, from a channel called Weaponism, what is that foam? I assume that's foam, right?
I have no idea. Foam
Rapier
or rubber or
versus
something, I guess.
halberd.
Yeah, I think these guys are somewhere in Asia.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
You got them in the arm, it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like this is a hard fight for the rapier fighter without a secondary, like without a dagger, buckler, or something.
Yeah. The issue is this guy is just chilling in the range by a lot.
Yeah. No, this is not. Yeah.
Just die.
Needs to be a good 2 or 3 feet back, or 3 feet forward.
Yeah. Past the end of the pole.
Oh no.
Why?
I do like the effects that these guys are putting on these videos.
No, I don't think he's trying. He's accepted his death. He's like a Dark Souls boss. It takes 10 blows to kill him.
Yeah.
All right, so every parry that the halberd guy has been using so far is awful.
Yeah, I agree.
My opinion on awful is purely because he just goes way too far out. Yeah, he is a Paladin. So right here, on when he tries to sweep the blade, that right there. This is the moment where this blade, wielded by someone who's paying attention to the incoming sweep, or beat in this case, can very easily disengage. This is lightning fast of a disengage to get around a large swinging object, and he can then close the distance to attack into this person. The black outfit can attack into the white outfit. That is a big gap here.
Can I see that again real quick?
Yeah. When you're using a pole weapon like this, if you're going to parry, I would parry just past the edge of the human, as opposed to parrying all the way over. However, he is looking for a cut.
Yeah. Well, also, if you so rapier guy at that point was letting his blade get knocked offline. If your blade is knocked that far offline,
Probably dead.
Really just need to be like getting the hell out.
Yeah. Do you want to do this, John? We could just get some weapons.
I've done this, yeah. I mean, we've done something similar to this.
Yeah. I looked at the analytics today. Made a little video about it.
Oh, nice.
I'll have to.
I'm interested to see that. Yeah, like I said, I put this on there. I had no idea. I didn't even watch it. I just saw it and threw it in the.
Yep, dead. Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you throw the sword and you run and hope that you just outrun them.
Yeah, range is definitely a big issue here with sword guy.
I don't think the person who is wielding the rapier feels very comfortable locking things out either. They have not moved in a way that looks like they're going to.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a psychological aspect, right? Like getting that guy swinging that big thing at you, like you. It's hard to feel confident stepping in.
He's parrying it like if it were a rapier. You have to like punch it into the ground essentially.
Yeah.
To survive.
Yeah, I would try to like put my hilt into the pole.
Exactly. Yeah. I would just try to use my guard to literally punch that pole into.
Yeah, and then I would try to get my other hand on it too, I think.
Agreed. However, it was entertaining.
Yeah.
He just tried several times to lunge underneath and get smacked overhead.
Yeah. Yeah, we should try it. We take turns being each roll.
Is the CNT experiment in currently in a kingdom? Or in some kingdoms?
Like the polearm experiment? I think the mid-realm has that one.
Is mid doing it?
I don't know if other kingdoms are doing it, but I know mid-realm is.
That'd be cool.
If anyone in chat knows more about that.
All right. Next one. Your pick.
I picked them all. You pick one.
All right. Is this just a troll mic? Literally the troll mic?
I figured we advertised that, so we should show it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is... Okay. Hello, future YouTube video. The thumbnail that you see in the advert for this stream is this. Oh, Glenn Auburn's right one. Cool. Yeah, this is this is sparring from Miguel, Master Miguel, and myself. This last Penzik, and this is I think our first set and interaction. This is within the first couple of interactions at all. And Master Miguel, who is a fantastic fighter, just hasn't fought in any real way in the last 5 years or so. And this is one of the shots he threw and tried to follow up.
This is the rust actively coming off.
Yeah. So that was the thumbnail. I tried my best to capture the essence of what happened, and it was fun going frame by frame to see what sort of flying Miguel we could catch.
Oh my god, it doesn't get old watching this.
It doesn't. I have made a total of 1 TikTok in my life, and that 1 TikTok is just this, which is why it's 9 seconds long. And some music in the finalized version.
Yeah, and it's extra funny because of how good and accomplished of a fencer Miguel is.
Yeah.
But everyone rolls a 1 sometimes.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. All right. All right, I'll pick one for realsies. This was like a good one.
This is that one. Someone submitted it to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if I'm being honest. I can't remember who they said the fights were of. But
okay. Is this of them?
I think it was of someone else. But let me look that message.
Yeah, that's fine. While you're looking at that, let's watch this video. All right, chat. We're gonna watch a video that I don't know anything about. This looks like it is CNT probably in the SCA. That's what it looks like, the context. Nice. A little offside tap to the...
They said it was a video of their laurel fencing. So let's just break it down. Not worry about who the individuals are.
Is this Ansior? Do you know?
No.
No, it is not Ansior, or
It is.
no, you
I
don't
know it's not. I know it's not on Stewart. I'm not 100% sure what kingdom it's from being honest.
Yeah, it's pretty. They got cool
But
weapons.
definitely looks like CNT.
Yep, looks like CNT. So we're playing SCA calibration. Gentle in red has the inside line. That looks like at least some blade touch, but it's hard to tell. There's no bend. And then up and over with the offside too.
It's bending now, but it's only because it's being pushed.
Yeah, you can see the tip right here. It's passed. So maybe that first one passed.
Yeah, and there was no force on the cut either. So.
Boom! There it is. All right. Yeah, I think the lack of force on the cut is intentional, right? Because SCA, CNT, we're trying to go for.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was any intention on the cut, if it was just placed.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna go half speed. Watch this next.
I think that fighter in the red has a rapier, and fighter with the chainmail has a arming sword. It looks like. So the rapier is going to be longer, so it would be in his best interest to keep better distance. And I think he's getting a little too close right now, which favors the fighter with the chainmail because his sword is much shorter. And it will make more, like, since it's shorter, it'll make quicker cuts close in, right?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't open with that big of a cut with a rapier just because it's a slow movement. Like a thrust is a better opening, and then if the thrust is blocked, then you transition into a cut.
Agreed. Especially for that particular game where we're not trying to generate force.
Yeah.
Cuts.
Like stab, like I would do face stab from this position, and if it's blocked up, then go into that cut. But you see how that motion, he kind of did that, but that motion was way too big. And then he got drawn into this close-up game, which will favor the shorter sword.
Dom, I have no idea if any of these counted.
Me either.
I'm just
CNT is kind of
reaction.
hard to tell sometimes with.
It looks like I would have thought that first thrust counted in that first pass, but hard to say. On a personal note, I don't love that Italian back weight, especially in this format.
Apparently, this is in Atlantia.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. There's their now Majesty. This is Vortigern and Lucian then. I didn't want to assume, but it is what it is now.
Can we see that last exchange again?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Vortigern and Lucian, I believe.
Okay.
And
that looks like a leg and a head. Both get hit?
I don't know if the head hit. Oop. Yeah, that's like cut to the head and cut to the body. Or maybe upper leg.
Yeah. Does it? Yeah, that makes sense.
Lucian, if I recall correctly, is a student of Julian, which makes a lot of sense in terms of the style.
Yeah.
Well, I think that arm connected, right? Are we crazy?
Oh, the arm cut.
Oh, it's hard to tell with this. Even frame by frame, it's hard to tell. There's a good amount of shield on it. Oh, slipped that false edge, I think.
Forward. Yeah, I don't think that. I think that head cut slipped over the top.
That was a pretty good kind of boxer slip. Just a little head bob to the side.
So freeze it right here. Mm-hmm. Oh, never mind.
Oh yeah. What are you looking for?
Yeah, right here. So I know that the fighter with the smaller buckler. I know this is like a period I-33 guard here, but I just don't understand how you don't just get stabbed in the face.
That's I think John privilege talking.
Well, what would you do?
I would do the exact same thing you just said. I don't scream, or I would feign that, and as the buckler came up, just go straight to the chest,
Yeah,
but
same.
and just drop the shot, depending on how fast they react and the measure, the context of the measure.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit of a long. This might be like right at the edge of range. Um, yeah, I do think consistently though that a fighter in the red is letting these fights get too close. I know I've said that a bunch, but
Agreed.
like he has a longer sword.
Face shot. Okay, so are they using the sword guard to defend their face? Oh, I see. Got it. So like a rising parry.
So like the cut blocks the.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a fun exchange.
The problem with that is you know what parry's gonna come if the blade if it's not centered.
Right, right. But it does funnel to one parry, right? So it makes your options very small. Like, I want to parry here. That's it.
True. Yes. So yeah, there's trade-offs there.
Mm-hmm. I prefer that meta. Passively block everything else. Parry in one direction. You can see Vortigern has that sort of SCA rattan movement in his sword. The onside offside.
The chainmail fighter.
Mm-hmm.
They just headbutt each other a little bit.
Lovingly.
Oh, of course. What's a headbutt amongst friends?
All right. Looks like that was the set. That was cool.
Yeah,
That was good.
there's a couple of different sets in this one video.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. We can see this. Yeah,
Close,
yeah,
right?
exactly. I saw onside, offside, kind of TikToking, and then the what looked like to be a rap movement in their blade.
This is a little hard to see through the chain link fence.
Yeah, agreed.
Not gonna lie.
Do we want to? Yeah, this looks like the next video is in the chain.
Okay, yeah. I'm just apologizing and skip to the next. Just
Oh,
because it's kind of hard to tell what's going on in this.
yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, that first fight was great. That was cool.
Yes, thank you for the submission.
Let's look at Outlandish Blade 2022. Let's see.
Yeah, this was one of the other ones that I got
Okay.
sent.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let me take it off half speed. Watch it. Watch it
No
through.
hotkeys, Bumi.
No, I'm old, Jonathan.
You're a gamer though. You should be good at hotkeys.
I didn't. My APM's garbage. That's why I never got into RTSs. Do we know where? So pause 1 second. Does chat? Does anyone recognize their?
This is the Outlands. I remember
Oh,
the
okay.
submission being
Cool.
the Outlands. And Outlandish is a Outland event that I've heard of before.
Oh, I didn't make that connection. That makes sense. Play on words. All right.
Technically, Outlands is a neighboring kingdom to me, but it's very far away still, because Texas is big. So we got two-handed sword and sword and dagger. Do you think that the sword and dagger fighters? Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, that was pretty in timing.
Let's see that again. I was gonna say I thought they might be leaning a little forward, but they might be trying to draw a shot to pick up with their dagger. Let's see.
Yeah, that was pretty timing.
Yeah, very good timing.
Instant reaction as soon as the longsword human goes to. I don't know if they're trying to like false edge cut, but as soon as that blade rises, parry, immediate offense here generated off of that thrust.
Yeah, this is the ideal where your shot and parry happen all in one time, and there's
Yeah.
no delay between them. But this is not very common. It's usually a parry, and then the shot comes a little bit later.
Yep. It's pretty. Boom. It's funny because it's over the outside arm too.
Yeah.
I would like in my brain, I would target lower kind of at the intestines,
Same, yeah.
that area, just to get maximum body. But it looks like they were aiming for her head or neck from
Yeah,
the
right in
looks
the
of the
neck.
targeting. Nope, went for neck. That's great.
I think
Uh,
the neck is also pretty high percentage because you can void your head, but you can't void your neck as easily.
that's legit.
Not that I don't like a good headshot,
Yeah, I
but
was going to say that's a stereotype for you at this point.
yeah.
Chat. So personal, another specifically to me pet peeve. I am really against lateral crossing of your feet. That is just my personal preference. Like right there, that moment. I get that sometimes, especially when you're circling, that feels like it's okay. But I would rather move the foot that is on the outside. So if I'm stepping to my right, I will lead with my right foot. Stepping to my left, I will lead with my left foot. So my feet never cross. Part of that is because I have played with enough humans over the years that punish me anytime my feet are in any way crossed or kind of together. And that's when they'll launch, knowing that it takes me a moment to uncross my feet before I can move again. It's not a huge thing. They made it work fantastic in this particular context. But right there, like that cross, like if I saw that across from me, this is the moment I would actually launch. I would be like, okay, so they like to cross their feet. I would see this their left foot step and launch right here with this blade because right when they land, my blade should be going at them and they don't have a way to move away from it. Um, just my preference. Ooh, pretty
I agree with
counterflow.
that.
Yeah.
I think
Also,
there's
why
a
is his hair so good? All right, sorry, distracted.
I think a replacement step is also an option to go sideways, where you kind of kick one leg forward and then replace it with the other leg. Is an alternative to just if you feel like you want to cross your feet, but you shouldn't. A replacement step is a good compromise, I think.
Right. Hello. Thank you for the love. Yeah, the sound effect. Sorry, didn't mean to
What
jump
was the
scare
sound
you.
effect?
It's just sound effect. Someone hit with a follow.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
did they catch that one? I can't
Oh, I
tell.
need to see that one again in slow, or frame by
I don't
frame.
think it would have changed. We can check it. I don't think it would have changed. I think there's just too much Marshall. Oh, there was
Oh,
we had some view. Let's take a look. Frame by frame. Let's see.
just over the Marshall's shoulder.
Yeah, camera doesn't lie. So that's an enormous forward step. That's awesome. That's a lot of athletic ability to make
Oh, it's very
that sort
good.
of step.
Yeah.
It's pretty. Let's see. Let's tracking that point. That's hard to tell. You can't really see the point very well. It might be in that shoulder, and the bend could be from forward or it just could be from the dagger. Oh, yeah, the blade you can see it releases
It
right here.
looks it looks like it might just be past
I
to
think it's one
me,
of those
but
where they parry it and it gets like a tip scrape, but depending on the kingdom
yes,
rule set, might not be good.
I think the Outlands is more likely to be good there. I don't think that would be good in Onstura or Atlantia, but
I
most
agree. Culturally, yeah.
yeah, culturally, yeah.
Hey, chat. Does anybody know if the Outlands allows tip cuts? I'm unaware.
I'm pretty sure they do, but
Any educated Scadian anthropologists out there?
gonna have a discussion about it.
Tip cuts. Okay, so tip cuts are allowed. So they play more east like.
I think the West Coast tends to be more tip cutty from whatever I remember, like on tier in the West
Okay.
also.
So
But I
they're
don't know. I don't have as much experience with those. Like, I go to Goldforce and Pennsic too much, so I don't need to
yeah,
go out west more, or just go out west. Period.
right. Lobo, could you elaborate on that? I would
Yes.
specifically on the idea of a superior angle, please.
Well, a lot of stuff going on, but it's kind of behind the
Oh,
tree.
all right. So that last lunge was good. Whether the stuff before it was good, I don't know. That what is happening? This is okay. We're gonna slow it down because my eyes cannot follow whatever just happened there. All right. So parry, weapons out of the way. Tried to backblade, I think, and then cut. I believe right here, right there, longsword is trying to backblade. You can see the movement in the helm.
Oh, the drape thing.
In the helm covering. And I think they don't actually connect because you see how it gets pulled across? It looks like it's at the end of measure. It's very hard to tell. However, that was very obvious.
Yes.
All right, I want to.
So I think they've both won 1 point.
I think so.
So I assume this is probably 2 out of 3. I'll
They're
fight the last.
discussing. They're discussing. It looks like they resent her up, and they fight it out one more time. I think so. I think that was a pause measure. Exactly. That's it.
That's what it looked like too. It may be that they were uh, thinking about the last exchange.
Hey, chat. Never stop to think. Thinking is a tempo that gets you killed.
Yeah. At least not in range.
At least not in range. Yeah. If you back way the fuck out or call a hold.
Back, way out, yeah.
That's parry. She's talking about the draw.
Mm-hmm. I didn't.
Superior angle, I just mean where the defense would be the least effective due to said angle. They have to parry further with a high risk of dragging sword. Oh, I see. Okay. So you're trying to get a lateral blade entry, a little bit more lateral with that cross. I suppose the question I have is, why do that as opposed to the step with the same side leg?
Do you think that they maybe mean like a step to get like off angle as like a defense? Like you might do like what's, I don't know what people call it now, but people I was always taught it's like a compass step where you take your left foot and swing it to your right. You're crossing over just to get your whole body out of the plane of the attack in that direction.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because that is
Lobo,
technically.
if you want to drop a YouTube video, if you can find one of somebody doing it, I would love to watch it. That'd be cool.
Yes.
In this particular exchange, back to point number 3 between longsword and rapier dagger. Nothing happened. That was a big old zero burger. Oh, I saw a bend. Boy, was that a bend. All right. John, what do you think
Oh, I think it
allowed
looks good.
the two sword human to make that work as well as it did in the moment?
It looked. I was looking at chat for a second, but it
Mm-hmm.
looked like another pause in range to me. But see it again. Yeah, sudden change of range, I think. Unless you're picking up on something that I'm not seeing that you're trying to
No, I agree.
trying to keep me up for.
No, I no setups here. No setups here, boss. I'm just asking so that we're getting not just my opinions.
Oh
Otherwise, it
no,
would
I
just
think
be
I saw. I can't tell what they're saying.
I think they gave the win to the longsword human, but we can double check.
It looked like Rapier and Dagger Fighter was retreating, paused for a second because they were getting to the edge of the field, and that triggered Longsword Fighter to make a big lunge and catch them in that tempo. But unless
They may have connected on the way back in. It's hard to tell.
yeah, I actually really can't see what happened, honestly. Now, it looked like maybe both were hit. Maybe one an arm or something, and the other.
Let's see. Does the marshal make a call? Oh, all right. All right, chat. Let's see if we agree. We're going to go back in frame by frame and see if we can count their interaction. They throw. So this blade, it's far away, so it's hard for all of us to see.
Yeah, I
If you
can't
look at
really see.
this blade.
I think it might be flexing because of the parry.
Maybe. No. It's caught on something,
hit.
but it might be caught on like fabric right there.
Okay.
But this is like there's no defense here. That's just a straight line.
I think on second look, it looked like Sword and Dagger hits with that riposte.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I think you're right that the dagger going upward exaggerated that bend in a great way.
It must have caught the shirt or something.
I'm guessing fabric. Yeah. Yeah.
But good timing on that riposte again. Like it's the same way they gotten them in the first pass as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Riposting.
Good.
When that
really good timing on the riposte. Yeah.
All right. Chat. If you have anything you want to watch, please post it. We are accepting submissions on the fly. Just post in the chat for us, and we'll take a look.
We prefer fighting videos, but Yeah,
that is true. It has to be Twitch friendly, which I don't know all of the TOS, but generally fighting related. Ideally, some version of weapons that we would use in cut and thrust or rapier for Hemo or for SCA, but it can be outside of that too. Not that picky. If you all have anything you want to drop to add to our list, please do. All right. LBC Rapier Dagger quarterfinals.
This is between
go ahead.
Jay and Ishmael.
Yep. Ish.
So I don't remember. I guess this isn't an SEA context, so we could use a mundane name, but
yeah, for chat and everybody else who's going to watch this in the future, this is Lord Baltimore's Challenge, last iteration, last year. It is a HEMA and SCA blend that happens in Baltimore, Maryland, and this is the Sword and Dagger tournament, as evidenced by what they're wielding. And it runs, I think that it was like, what was it, John? 2-3 minutes? And a point system.
Yeah, like a 2-minute round.
And it's like 2 or 3 minutes. If you step outside the circle, it is as if the opponent struck a good blow. And I think there were different points for the killing blows here versus limbs.
Yeah, I think it was 3 for a kill, 1 for a wounding blow.
Correct. Yep. If I remember correctly, this particular rule set played very similar for the Sword Dagger to SCA rule set, as in
there was
no and draws only.
Yeah, no cuts.
Yeah, no percussive cuts.
No percussive
cuts.
You
have a cameo.
Oh yeah, that is me in the background.
Back when you had that lovely mane, now it's all gone.
Not all, but yeah. You're in the background too.
Yeah. I don't notice how tall I am until I see footage of me next to other humans.
Oh yeah.
I don't feel it. It feels normal. All right, first pass went to
3 points red. It looks like.
Yep. 3 points to Alessandro. All right, we're gonna take a pause here. Chat. I would like you to take a vote. Do you like judges or self calls? We'll say 1 in chat if you prefer judges, 2 in chat if you prefer self-calling kind of SCA style. I would like to hear opinions.
That's a good question.
John, discuss. What do you think?
I prefer self-calling. I think it's if you have people who are like relatively honorable people, I think it's actually way more accurate than judged.
Okay.
Like we were looking at frame by frame video, and we were still having a hard time seeing exactly what happened. But I think if you and me fight,
Mm-hmm.
we'll know pretty much. We'll be pretty close to perfect. Assuming because you and me are both gonna we're not gonna not call something because of we're gonna be honorable and honest about it, and so I think that'll work out better in the long run. There's bad actors, but I think it ultimately is better to self call and judging. There's so much human error in judging.
Right. Promoting a culture of judgment.
And I also think that the rewarding, just having a culture and a of self calling blows, I think is good because I think it just encourages good, just good sportsmanship and ultimately makes the fencing better because everyone's being honest about what happened and you're trying to put your ego aside a little bit.
Yes, you can. That's actually the intent of LBC, was having both honorable opponents and fair judges. That was the goal.
Yeah.
So right here, in this first exchange, to your point, Lobo, I agree that there was opportunity, but this goes back to the discussion we were having earlier about crossing the feet. Like if you just froze this as a still frame, it definitely looks like there's a moment of where they are stuck in space. But I can't tell their actual measure, so Ish might have been very safe right here. It's hard to tell.
Well, I think he was going forward, right? So
yeah, I think that back step was specifically to
load up
for
for another lunge.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
I actually think both fighters' feet are too linear. They're too in front of each other.
Right, a little bit wider of a stance.
A little wider stance, not much, but just a little bit for sword and dagger. I think it helps the hips be square, which keeps the hands in the right expected place, in my opinion.
It's actually hard to see what's happening in terms of what's happening, other than.
Okay, I see Jay's sword flexing a lot.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of a fun exchange to watch in slow-mo.
This frame by frame is silly. Look at Ishmael teleport.
Completely off the air. Yeah, in the air for a second there.
Yeah, there we go. It was like a small flèche.
Well, where's the sword is caught in the sleeve? Look at that.
No.
Do you see that?
No. That's why I think that's a good example of the self-call part, where from judging is difficult.
Yeah, and I think to give the judge credit, I think they just washed that exchange and said redo it, which is, in my opinion, the better option.
Maybe this came from earlier. Then.
That was from earlier, I think.
What?
Oh my god. They can't hang on to their swords.
Yeah. It looks like it went to dagger. Are they calling it beige? They're calling it beige. Ish got 3. Nice.
Okay.
So
I obviously watched this fight in person, but I do not remember them dropping their swords that much.
I don't either. I mean, we both were there, sitting and judging.
Just thinking about the next round or something, I guess.
I'm talking to an unknown human behind the whiteboard there. Is it Giovanna?
I think so.
Ooh, all right. So we can clearly see that.
Okay. I think Ish's sword went past. Let's see. So lateral step in the way you say to do it.
Yep. All right, John. What's wrong with this?
Oh, that dagger's coming way too back. Way too back. Oh man, Jay knows better than that.
You could send him this clip in the future.
Yeah. It's a big pet peeve of mine because I worked so hard to not do it. Like I used to pull the dagger back all the time.
For
It's been
those who are not super familiar with what John is saying, he's basically just saying when you lunge to throw, keep that dagger in front of you because it is your defensive item for half of your body, and when it
yeah.
gets pulled back because you are trying to profile yourself, especially when unnecessary. Like he didn't need this extra range. His blade is going well past the opponent, or can. Um,
Well, you can also profile yourself and still keep the dagger mostly in front of you.
yeah,
But if you look at it right now, his is sort of just down by like it's out to his left and
yeah,
not doing much. Actually, Ish's dagger is more like he's profiled, but at least his dagger is still kind of in front of him, so it's
yeah,
doing something.
yeah. He's trying to do that a more of a wall.
Yeah, he's
You know?
in a little bit of an awkward position, but his dagger's in a overall potentially better position.
I don't know if uh, I haven't really analyzed this particular fight, but I didn't realize how Ish moved his body. It's it is a lot more like hip hinging leans than I
Oh
recall.
yeah,
It's the first time I think I've really like frame by frame this fight.
that's interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of lefties are like want to like do that side to side lean. Or not a lot of lefties, but there's a good number of them that they'll pivot to left to right axis.
All right, friends. Here is a Bumi preference. Another one of my particular opinions in fighting. I try. I don't always succeed. I try to keep myself at a level where I can explode forward or back, especially in tournament fighting. Right here is a great example of Alessandro does a good entry step. He keeps the guard. He threatens a little bit, and watch Ishmael's response. He starts from being taller to sinking down here. Like he lowers by this angle of the whiteboard. You can see that physical lowering, and what's generally just happening is um, if Ishmael chose to like if this is where he needs to be to feel locked and loaded to explode forward, he should be practicing his footwork such that he stays at this lower level in the intense moments of a fight. If you're far out or if you're in a casual setting, it doesn't matter. This is specifically for interaction at a high level fight in a tournament setting or competitive setting. Instead of having to then lower to move forward.
I agree with that.
Was that two to? Oh, that is that a shrug?
Shaky cam.
That's exactly it. I agree with Dom. The vertical movement of my opponent gives me a lot of information. If someone gets relaxed, I explode into them. Uh, yeah, and if they get low, I know they're ready to pounce.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, let's look at that. I think that's pretty basic.
yeah, that's rude.
Let's get a good
Rude
way.
as John ass. All right. Alessandro does a good job of stepping back, cross pairing, and
Does he miss though?
that's a nice follow up cut. He was like, "Oh, I should have got parried. I want to cut." Doesn't catch anything.
Did Alessandro's sword go past Ish's head though, or did it hit?
Uh, I think if it did go past,
It caught before.
it might have caught before. We'll see. I don't know. That at least in the frames that we can see,
Mhm.
I don't see a bend in this blade.
No, it looks pretty passe to me,
Yep,
but
it looks passe. Although dead to rights, great parry.
great parry, great repose. Yeah, it's like a good, super good position. A
Mm-hmm.
little bit of overextension.
Slightly off from the point. I'd
Yeah.
agree with that. This is one where I would also have conceded those points because I'm like I got beat. You didn't even need
Yeah,
to
but I
touch it.
think I think I think Alessandro might be saying. I think they tried to give him the points, and I think he's saying no because
Oh, he didn't feel the
he missed.
feedback.
Yeah.
Is this in OT 3-3? Look at that. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah.
He waved off the points because
Yeah.
he didn't feel the
I
feedback.
mean, Alessandro's one of the more, maybe probably most honorable people I know.
Agreed. Good job, peer of the realm.
Even in a non only kind of SCA context.
Yeah. We definitely took over here. Look at the room.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
we make up for like 3/4 of the.
Well, when you and me fought our fight in this tournament, we didn't. The judges really didn't do anything.
They kind of stopped. That was
We
good.
just kind of self-called every blow.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Chat. I don't know if you guys do this. I love this action right here. For me, I call it like a penetration step from grappling, but it is that first small step where I keep my guard and I really don't do too much. And I use that if they react in the way I want, or I see the opening, or they allow me to be in the measure that I want, I actually explode off of that second step. And so he does exactly that here, leading to the measure that he wanted, exploding a nice big jump and lunge, getting the tag. Obvious bend here.
Oh yeah.
And
Dagger still
then,
comes back a little bit though,
oh, yeah. Dagger does come back.
if we're gonna be nitpicky. Which
Yes, you should. And then you should send him this clip.
yeah. Here's you
Alessandro,
being bad. Here
John
to happen.
says your dagger positioning is garbage and he thinks you should be way better.
Not untrue statements.
Yeah, he does the void kind of like in case the hero posts in 4 or tries to. Yeah, OT.
Do a little
That's
dance.
exciting. Good video. All right, what else we got? We got a few more here.
Yeah, there's the single sword finals from LBC. There's a couple of Torres videos, Rob Childs
Mm-hmm.
fights from some Hema tournaments that were kind of interesting. There's one of Will Death and Rowan.
Oh my God, you put this on here?
I thought it was an interesting, different kind of fight.
All right. For everybody who hasn't seen, this is LBC single. I went to the finals in this tournament, as well as the finals of the Sword Dagger with John. I managed to lose both things in the same day, but
You did win the overall.
I did. I did fine. But if you guys want to watch me get chopped a bunch, here we go. This is me in the blue, and then my opponent is here in the red. They
Entree.
are a Destreza teacher out of Canada.
And there are cuts allowed in this.
Mm-hmm, yep, it is played like cut and thrust, but with like Hema speed. And for for everybody watching, I can't remember the last time I've had to take my sword and parry overhead. Here, I'm gonna back up a little here. Like this
Yeah.
is just not a thing that I do in rapier. This is a thing I do in armored, because in armored I have to watch out for those attacks. But man, was I not ready for this particular attack. So
In a more rapier context.
in a rapier
Yeah.
context, yeah, I just got bonked. I'm like, I don't know how to move my rapier.
But
in
you're
that
also
motion.
tall as fuck for me, so like.
That doesn't mean I can't. I'm tall as fucking armored. I can defend myself that way. Anyways,
Yeah.
boom, get chopped.
He got some air on that too.
I know he jumped forward. It was. I thought the force was fine. They talked to him, and I was like, no, it's chill.
Yeah. I mean, you're pretty chill about most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this it was interesting. I not seen someone fight quite like this guy. Like he just like those big hoppy jumps and stuff. Like, it kind of seemed like they shouldn't have worked as well as they did. But
Yeah, more fleshy kind of forward. Yep, that's a second jump and chop.
yeah,
Let's see here. Does that one connect? Yep, very committed. That's kind of I call it a fleshy in that he's doing that cross foot.
hmm So do you think if you had just done a stop thrust here, like like maybe at least a double out of it. But or what if you had done a thrust with a step to your left?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, obviously, like he's coming in pretty fast, so it's like easier said than done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But he definitely he's leaving himself kind of open when he does that.
Yep. You're right. I probably could have done, the Kalen Torres kind of hinge at the hip, drop to the side,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
throw
yeah.
up down the center. That might have been the correct play.
Yeah, that bullshit. Yeah.
Oh, the thing that you remember in the champs fight.
Yeah.
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 Core memory formed.
Mm. Honestly, there's been
They
probably dozens of times over the years where I've almost hit one of them, and then they've voided out of the way from their waist.
You'll notice they gave him 1 point for that because he hit my glove and not my head.
Okay.
I had to go back and correct it. I do the step thrust, I believe. Did I step on that one?
Can we see that one again? I didn't really. It was too. I couldn't. I missed it. Okay. Yeah.
So this is definitely something I do all the fucking time. What's that? The baby step forward. This isn't actually moving both my feet. It's just the
Oh yeah.
small probe.
Oh, the little heel tap, almost, or not quite.
Yeah.
You bring the whole foot down, but yeah, this sort of fake advanced step.
Yep.
It transitioned right into a lunge.
Yeah, an actual lunge. Yep.
There's actually a step that actually most of the high-end fencers, if you look, do something very similar to this, where they fake like they're going to do just a small advance,
Mm-hmm.
but then their foot barely touches, and then they lunge right off of it.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Oh man, 39 seconds. I had a shot here. 1 point difference. 39 seconds. Oh, they're conferencing for a while. All right, we're gonna fast forward to conferencing.
So would you rather have? What would you think is better, winning two or getting the second in two tournaments, or winning one and doing real bad in the other? What would you have rathered?
I think for the two tournaments in question here, for the sword and then sword dagger, I would have rathered second. Gotten
2
to the
seconds.
finals. Because those disciplines are so similar,
Yeah.
which is
'Cause
why I was surprised that you weren't around for the
Yeah,
singles,
I did. I kind of like did not do well at the single and won the sword and dagger. So
which is
which
very
was still
surprising to me. I feel
yeah.
like that's I don't know what got you, but something got you that day.
Was it arm?
Yeah, it was arm.
I like that someone's taking a nap in that ring behind.
Yeah. Tired judge is tired. And this is before the sword dagger. They had
Yeah.
more work to do.
Y'all
Cool.
are
That
both
was a
so
good one.
tall. Yeah, I think Andre, right, was his name?
Andre, yep.
Yeah, he has
Destreza
interesting
master.
fighting style.
Yeah,
I'd like to fight him more.
I got to fight him in pickups after
Mhm.
and felt way better. Those are kicking around the internet somewhere.
Yeah.
But that was also because we were fighting sword dagger, and I'm used to taking my dagger hand and going up overhead. Not so much my
Yeah.
sword hand.
Yeah.
Also,
that makes
yes,
sense.
chat. John and I fight both armored and rapier. In my specific case, I am a peer in both Shiv and Master of Defense. And John, I have no doubt, is well on his way to becoming a
Yeah,
knight.
I'm a master defense and a GOA for heavy fighting, for armored fighting. Looks like someone might have put a video in the chat.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, he's very pretty set up in his foot movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see this video. Let me pull it up. Give me a second here. All right, we have a video to watch. I want to pull that up before we come back to our list. So this is from chat. Thank you for the submission.
Looks like we got Rowan and Donovan.
Yeah, good fight. Rowan. Is this was this very recent? It says the month was posted, or the video was posted a month ago. Is that from a month ago?
I think this is recently because I think I reviewed this with Rowan
Okay,
right after it was posted, just
got it.
privately.
Yeah, yeah.
I think they double here.
Okay. The sleeve, the lowered armored experiment
Uh-huh.
makes everyone look cooler, like more badass. Like I feel like
More
roll
bad.
up sleeves looks like it looks dope. I'm into it.
I mean, we are like they're physically cooler.
That too.
I love the reduced armor experiment. It's been
Yeah.
pretty nice. Do y'all do it yet?
Not yet.
No, it's sad. They're
I
Sag.
know. Sag.
Sorry.
That like if Atlantean adopts it, it makes me want to get a forearm tattoo.
Really?
Yeah. It says it looks good.
That's interesting.
All right, all right.
Hey, in chat, what should Boomy get as his forearm tattoo?
Oh man. I like the buckler. That's good.
If we get 100 follows, Boomy will get a forearm tattoo. How's that?
Man,
Is
you're
that
throwing
too
me
low?
under a heavy bust there. I
Mm.
would. It would have to be a sub thing, not a
The
follower
follow
thing.
thing? Okay,
Hmm.
yeah, sorry. My Twitch terminology's wrong.
But I
100
would
subs, though?
I would do a
How many would it have to be, though?
for subs.
Yeah.
I don't know, 100.
Oh,
It
100,
doesn't have to
okay.
be that high. All right.
Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, let's watch
No,
the
no, no,
fight.
you're good. All right. I'm going back. All right. So this interaction, Rowan stepping in, parry inside, very pretty dagger placement. Look at that dagger forward, almost like
Yeah,
Rowan was trained by John, who hates dagger
yeah.
back.
Alessandro, take notes.
Good disengage. Looks for the slot in between. Goes for the disengage back to headshot. Good cross parry. Scoop and fling. That is a way to phrase that. I don't know if it'll
Scoop.
be my top choice. That also sounds like it applies to animal behavior. The old scoop and fling.
This old scoop and fling. So I actually think of it as this is a really good crosspair actually. I think the Rowan's sword tip is a little too high. It would have been probably better to go lower under the armpit, into the armpit, rather than.
Agreed. This is what Dom was saying earlier, that this sword should have found more so like inside line, lower instead of coming up right here. Because this movement right here, I think, is actually what allows the elbow parry to happen.
Yeah, I agree with this.
If it just stayed in the line that was already presented at, 3 frames ago, this frame, that would have been
Mm.
fine. Just
Well,
shoot.
and if you look, anything from the arm down is completely open and hard, really hard for someone to defend from that spot.
Yeah, yeah. Even attack the belly. I think that's good.
Yeah, they might be able to scoop it out with
Yeah.
their hilt, but like you're making it really hard for them.
That said, Donovan's elbow parry is a very tight elbow parry. It was a good one,
Yes.
and he has a good riposte right here, like a good riposte action. It's like auto riposte. Does that catch center mass here?
It must. It was kind of looks like it's behind his arms, so it's kind of hard to see. But
Yeah. It looks like the dagger is coming across again, and doesn't quite lock out the blade.
yeah, it looks like if Rowan gets it here, it's arm, but I can't tell if it's arm or just the flex of the parry.
Yeah. And then this comes back in. That looks like it. It's hard to tell because it's all hidden back here as to whether it's caught on something that is a target or like cloth or something.
When I think he calls it here, the video's almost over. So
This is fun to watch for me. Just seeing humans in frame by frame do normal rapier body movements. But watch as Master Donovan ejects like a cartoon character here in these frames. Anyways.
Okay, got hit. Yeah, Rowan says she got hit in the arm. Okay, so that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you got the kill.
But
Yeah.
arm for kill is good
Great
trade.
trade. Can we gift
Yeah.
that for him and just send it to him? That'd be fun.
Oh, please do. Yeah, that'd be great.
A mental note for
Donovan died.
Donovan.
Yeah.
Did he lose his arm or did he choose to fight single in that pass?
I think he chose to fight single. But Rowan would.
Yeah, this is a question for you, Rowan. Is this do you know if that was an intentional choice or if there's something?
Chose single.
Okay. Okay. All right, we got a couple more. Let's watch
That's
whatever
another
is
one from
happening here.
another
Look at this targeted ass ad. Hey, you go to the gym, get Gymshark. They're targeted at you, Dom, is what I meant. All right.
That'd be some really good targeting to know that to be able to target that.
Wouldn't be
to
surprised
Dom,
if that was
no.
actually how good the data farming was, but
Yeah.
look, see, here it is. Fucking sold the right marketplace. All right. So this looks like this is a kendo setup. Is that correct?
Yeah. I do not know a lot about kendo other than it's Japanese fencing.
Yep. Longsword adjacent.
Yeah.
And
And they use like a bamboo or some sort of.
Yeah. They use a rattan-like substance, right?
I think it is.
All right,
Yeah.
we're just gonna watch it.
Well, that's fast.
Yeah, that was lightning, dude. Bro had on jets. Boom. Does he do that? Okay, you know that. So chat, we're looking at that initial step forward as a platform, especially if they don't respect your initial step forward and they don't step back far enough. You get to use that to actually explode. Look at this, the for real explosion.
Yeah. And he kind of controls the line with his sword. Like his sword is he uses his rattan, his stick to block
like
out.
lock out. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Okay, is he wearing a fencing mask or is he gonna get like hit in the eye? This is a small point. That looks like
It
some
definitely
bomb.
looks more like a kendo mask.
Yeah.
You think that they would switch head protection, right?
Oh, that seems dangerous.
Maybe those slots aren't as big as they look.
Anyways, I mean, it's their eyes. They get to make choices. But that just like yeah, the marshal in me. Okay.
Cloak.
So this is sword and jacket.
Okay.
He's very upright. Or it seems very upright. Like
Rapier
it's
guy or?
well, both, but oh, I like that parry. That was cool. That longsword style parry, like if the sweep of the blade. That hit guard.
Yeah.
That's guard.
I think it is. Yeah.
What's with all this effect for a guard blocked shot?
I don't know.
However,
entertainment.
that displacement is crazy. Look how broken that wrist is.
Yeah, it's in a bad spot.
This looks like straight out of a Hema longsword style thing. Although he gets his guard on there, which is nice.
Yeah.
Does he catch the kill?
I wonder if it's like the white marks when they're just making exchanges and the red marks when actually someone gets hit. But
oh yeah. All right.
oh no, that he does hit. Never mind. That's
it's
definitely
hard to
good.
Tell. You can see
Isn't
the bend
that
in the
blade
sword.
flexing right there?
Yeah. Well, it's more hard to tell if it's on the cloth as opposed to in the body.
Yeah.
Because you see this flick up. I like the two angles. How fucking useful. They put all this fucking effect in the way.
Yeah, I think the effect stuff looks cool.
At speed.
Except to get speed. Except it gets annoying when you're trying to actually see what happens.
All right, chat. I don't know if you guys are aware, but something that I see all the time in all fighters everywhere is when you get spooked, you stand a little bit more upright and you lean the fuck back. That is a normal human response. Danger incoming. But unfortunately, it makes you very vulnerable in the game that we play to being followed up against. As in, your weight is now leaning back, kind of past your hips on the backside, and it's going to take you a moment to kind of get your knees bent again and centered so that you can start moving forward and back. This is a tempo, especially on the rapier game, the sword dagger, single sword, whatever, to really, like, you set people up by spooking them when you step forward instead of actually attacking. And then when they do this action, then you follow up and kill them. Very common thing to do. Oh.
Oh, yep.
That was self-explanatory. Well, these are self-explanatory. I don't think hitting the guard can...
If he's gonna hit the weapon, then he needs to follow up quicker with something else.
Yeah, agreed. They have the effect on the parries, too.
Also, rapier guys
Oh, that one.
has
Boom.
to kind of like unbend his knees to... There's some hitch in his advances, is what I mean. Sorry, like he's...
Hey, Alessandro.
Oh, no.
I like it. That was a fun...
Yeah, sword and stick. Dom should be happy about that.
I know, it's stick. It's just stick. Oh. That looked like it had some oomph in the shot. I like the dramatic dagger reveal. That's nice. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. Actually, these exchanges are more interesting than the rapier and halberd other video I like.
By a lot.
Yeah.
That was a good cut to the arm. You see that?
Yeah.
Right here. Boop. The screen has full of unnecessary white stuff.
Full of anime effects.
Yeah, a lot of anime effects. It's actually, honestly, it's pretty cool. Gets shanked. Goodbye, insides. They're now becoming your outsides. As much as I want to like clown on the jacket, I would do the same thing if that was what I had. There are. Well, I mean, I'm going to pull up the sound effects just for you.
Oh wow.
뭐지?
Like fighting game music.
뭐지?
뭐 하는 거죠?
Fumbled the throw there a little bit.
There's your yeah. There's a.
I like the noise.
Yeah,
that's really fun.
We can add them in.
We should do that. Yeah.
John, you gotta level up that editing.
Yeah. It's really not that hard.
That one, do you guys hear that? Holy shit! That one actually smacked. Is underneath the boing sound. I heard the clatter of the hand. That actually looked like it hurt. Nice.
This would be a fun thing to try to recreate too.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, maybe if you come out for an extended stay, we can film a lot of these things.
Yeah, good idea. You see someone else put
like
Facebook video
I'm looking
in the
that
chat
up right now. Thank you, Lobo. I'm gonna paste that to see if it works.
Facebook can be weird sometimes.
Oh, sorry about that volume, y'all. I want to pull this over. Is this the correct video?
I can't see anything, by the way, Bumi.
Really? Oh.
No, I still see the rapier and kendo.
No, sorry, dude. I don't know how to. actually help you with that because I shared the screen. I think. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Okay, now there. Yeah, I see it.
No,
I see a
that's
different.
that's not the video.
Oh, okay.
I got you.
You have to tell. You have to tell Discord, I think, which thing you're sharing.
Yeah, let me do that for you. Hold on 1 second.
Here we go.
Sorry,
I
chat.
see it.
Pause for John's technical difficulties.
I see something now. It looks like a Facebook video.
Yep, perfect.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that.
No, you good. You could just watch my stream, add to the whole.
I actually have it up right now just to read the chat,
Nice.
but it's but I have it muted. I don't want to hear myself and echo.
Yeah. Lobo, which party are you? Left side or right side? Cool. In the black. All right, I want to watch that one more time. I don't know if I can frame by frame.
I don't think you can. You can just pause and unpause rapidly.
Yeah. That was a good entry step. Good entry step, good follow. The feedback that I get from this last interchange is that you took that step in and then you threw. And so that tells you that you have an idea of what you can reach and how fast they move back, which means the thing that you can tweak is you can be dynamic in changing your first step. So if you stepped and you imagine about 1 foot length further forward on a second attack, that would give you enough point to body to get the kill. I think that'd be one of the many ways to kind of be dynamic in your game to stay unpredictable. Like that entry step being just a little bit longer. Yep. Oh yeah. They went. They went. This is also to the point that I was talking about earlier. When you get spooked, right? You see how your automatic reaction is to be a little bit taller, and kind of be more upright and lean back. That's the thing I was kind of pointing out earlier. Normal human reaction, but that is for everybody. So once you see how they react, you can sort of abuse that. If you have more, please send it over. And this is for all of chat. If you generally don't take footage, it is a fantastic exercise. One of the first times I interacted with John here, this was many years ago, and he filmed me and Rowan in Alessandro's backyard, and that was when I realized so many of my bad habits, and I never thought about it until we broke it down kind of frame by frame and looked at things I could correct. And I have been a big advocate of filming since.
Yeah, I've always I've filmed most of my tournament fights, especially early on, were all filmed because my mom used to drive me to events, and then she would just film me because I asked for her to do that. Because I started fencing when I was a teenager.
Baby.
And yeah, it's such a it takes a little bit of getting used to, because it can be hard to see yourself look bad, but it's such a useful tool. I highly recommend it. So I also would encourage people to post things on YouTube if they can, because it's the easiest way to share videos around. And YouTube has the best features for slow-mo and frame by frame and stuff.
All right, y'all. We are now watching Tora/Robert here on the left. Fighting in, is this Sword Crush? I don't know what Sword Crush is. Do you, John?
Some human thing. I watched this video the other day, and it's actually a pretty interesting fight between, and I don't know the other individual in the maroon jacket, but he did some interesting stuff, and so I thought it was kind of an interesting fight to watch.
Cool. This looks like for chat, this is a HEMA context, which means it is like cut and thrust, but with more speed and power allowed.
They wear a little more armor.
You can see they're more armored. Ooh.
So yeah, so this is a. Oh, actually, slow it down for us. So this is a really good leg cut here.
Yep.
Um,
The fake high is very pretty.
yeah, this is pretty much the only, in my opinion, the only with rapier, the only cut isn't open, and it's still a fake, right? That's as good as an opening. I think mostly a cut should be a follow after a thrust, but a high fake into a leg cut, that works pretty good as an opener.
Yep. That's one of the few things I can touch Tora with.
Yeah. And this is a really good shot here.
Yep. Pump high, throw low, pause.
And if you
Yeah,
also
go ahead.
notice, Tora covers the line. The other fighter never throws the shot, but if he was going to throw a shot, Tora would have parried it.
Chat, if you guys remember what I was talking about earlier about me getting bonked in the head at LVC with the rapier, I should have done that parry. This one right there. And that should have been automatic. I thrust, I touch, and then parry.
Yeah. That probably stung a little bit, honestly.
The person in the maroon or the burgundy looks really like a fast moving human.
Yeah.
Does that touch?
I actually think this just went past, but
They call it? Oh, deliberating. Got it. Deliberate.
we can't see the scoreboard, so I don't.
No, we don't know. You can clip this and send it to Tora. Hey, was there a point? Hey, look at that small step launch. Ooh, he got the
Okay, yeah.
very.
Can we see that one again? A little
Yeah,
frame by
that's
frame?
cool. All right, you want it from the top?
Yeah. I want to see. Tora's shot goes in. I think that just misses, right?
Well, look at he does a cross block with the hand and does a
Yeah.
head void all at once.
Yeah.
In those 2-3 frames. So the little bit of head movement plus getting his weapon in the way. That's a good job of
And
that.
it's kind of what we were talking about, that void to his left, right, from the hips earlier. That Torch. I mean, Torch does this more extreme actually, but isn't this a really cool head cut from here though?
Yeah, the Molinet.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Dom. That's a really good meta when all of your steps are small. This is one of the times where you see Tora. He was predicting something else right here.
I think
don't
it's
know what he's
possible
predicting.
Tora thought his shot landed, and so he paused for a second. But I'm not 100%. If you like play back at speed,
I don't know why his blade would be out there though. Maybe he was trying to for another cut.
okay, no, yeah, I think maybe he was
I
trying
think
to
he
do
might
another
have done
cut.
a cut instead of this person's cut, that Molinet, used the weight of the falling blade to turn it over, and it's way
Yeah.
faster with way more power. And this is
If you
directly what
also
you're taught to do in Armored.
if you also look, his hand stays mostly in the same spot, but the blade rotates around the hand. So
Yep.
there's a lot of rotation, but not. It's just making the movement as small as possible, right? Yeah.
Boom.
Like it's very tight in there. It's not a. He doesn't move his elbow too far out or anything. He just kind of rotates around that singular axis in the middle.
That's pretty. Dude, to be able to just head bob and get out of a Tora lunge is pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah, that's like I said when I watched this. I was like, oh shit, I don't know if I've seen anyone do that before.
There's some really good fighters.
And also, I have no idea who this guy is, so like that's kind of interesting.
Yep. It'd be fun to fight somebody like that.
Yeah.
Hey, John, you want to fly to Sweden and fight in Swordfish?
I mean, I do. I don't know if I can afford to do that. But I would.
Oh, we need to start a Patreon. You need to get this video to blow up.
Yeah.
Get you funded for your.
It looked like a Taurus shot hit Maroon Fighter's hilt and then bounced off.
Agreed. Agreed.
And then he hit him in that tempo that his sword was sort of. Yeah, because he hit the shit out of that guard.
Yeah. This is okay. This is something where that is just part of fighting for everyone who's done it. Sometimes you go for a shot and they happen to parry in such a way where you are as parried as possible because his blade is kind of caught on the guard. Whereas
Yeah.
normally you'd have the option to disengage around the outside with the smallest disengage.
And of course, also now you can see the blade is oscillating, like it's vibrating,
Yeah.
which is going to make it harder for him to control it. And then he gets control with the hand.
Yeah. He has a very good reaction time. That's pretty. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Bro's fast.
I think
that explosion. Boom.
I think the first one was a little lucky, but then he capitalized on it really well.
Yeah. Yeah, the catch riposte.
Yeah. Like, I don't think you plan on parrying it quite like that, but he's very happy about that
I
one.
love that anime pose. I need to do that more. Just have a hard anime pose after a point. That way everyone knows I got that point.
That's a good idea. You could get away with that, definitely. A little bit of body to body there.
I don't know. I don't know if any contact was made. Hard to see.
Did maybe, right?
Yeah, it's just a literal blur.
Yeah.
Action there. Yeah, because you see how Tora's hand is coming up, and he's trying to find that blade. You can't.
Yeah, they're
there's
both
no
just
way.
trying to say, like, just control the other fighter's sword.
Yeah, they're both like shoving the swords to this side of them.
Yeah, there
That's what I'm
might have
saying.
been.
I don't know if anything actually touched.
There might have been something right here at the very end that's hard to tell.
Oh, look at that. He throws. But the parry, I think, catches it still.
Real close, hard to tell from this angle.
Yeah, I agree. What I'm looking for, at least right now, is this blade right here does not, you still see that faint line right there, does not look like it is bending in any significant way from body contact.
No, just from the parry.
And then, yeah, there's a bend from the parry. And then anime pose, fall? Oh, it's a fall. Okay. And
He just pops squat.
Yep.
He actually catches himself there at the very end.
Yeah, impressive.
Don't skip leg day, guys.
Yep. Make Dom proud.
I feel like that would equally make you proud.
Yeah. Agreed. Don't skip leg day. Have big legs for fencing, and most of fighting is leg up. Yep. Stretch. Be mobile.
I guess you're more the stretch guy, though, I think, Bumi.
Yep. Mobilization has been all of my work, basically all of my clientele.
Mm-hmm.
Rehabilitation.
This is such a good head void. Look at that.
Man, yeah. And Tora has a relatively hard to read lunge.
That's an understatement, I would say.
So Tora right here does a good job of faking this. So he's gotten the information that the guy in maroon likes to parry down to catch, right? So he knows this information. So it looks like he presents low and knows to disengage right away. So he's already disengaging this blade as it's coming down, which is like, that's a planned action. That wasn't by mistake. Like, he pumps that low, goes around to the outside, and then his reaction time from getting faked right here, look at the blade, 1, 2, 3 frames later is already ducking his head. Crazy reaction time. That's nuts to me.
I think this is another good example too of having a multi-layered defense, to where if you start your parry and you don't feel the sword, to
Yeah.
then know that you need to make a secondary defense, and so that you need either your feet or your void. Something needs to protect you after that.
Yeah, that is
Because I feel like
impressive.
I like. There's plenty of times I make mistakes and like my hand goes in the wrong spot because I felt it. I leave.
Yeah,
I don't know that I could do that. This is pretty impressive.
that is, yeah. And he just pokes
That's
him
a
all the way
great, and then
through.
he gets him in the face right at the end.
Yep.
That's a really good sequence right there.
Yep. That head drop is so fast. That's 3 frames to
Yeah.
look, to process, and then start dropping your head.
I say that
I'm not
that
that fast.
if you that like 90% of the time Tora gets the kill in that situation
Yeah, more.
against 90% of the other fighters in the world.
Yeah. I don't know if that was purely for flair, that extra little bit of a foot kick there.
Did Maroon get him again at the end or something?
They're
I thought I
putting
saw a
it
blade
on him.
flex for a second. Right?
No.
So boom, right? Like what is the blade? The blade flexes, what does it hit? Or does it just flex from moving?
Yeah, I'm with that one. This one, I think it's probably the floppy blade coming from the bottom,
Not moving the
not from forward motion, but from coming up from the bottom and
yeah.
clipping the chin of the mask, essentially.
Didn't lead with his edge.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Didn't lead with edge. Now y'all know. That was my secrets. Lead with edge, win fights.
That easy.
That easy. That's all there is. It's a really good video. Why the fuck is this guy so fast? For context, for those who don't know, Tora's in his 50s and still moves lightning quick. Considering that is not, you're working against your own body at this point. Like to be able to just kind of that nice, pretty down the center one shot, right? So
Yeah.
this is one of this is just my take on this video. This is one of Tora's superpowers. He makes adjustments real fucking fast. He sees one thing, he's like, oh, this guy bobs his head down and I've missed twice aiming center mass. So I'm going to put my point to where his head's going to be. That's his adjustment right here. Very pretty.
Well, if you look, he also throws a little lower towards the neck.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's harder to avoid that.
But he puts the blade here instead of kind of dead center.
Yeah.
Which is, what a good adjustment.
Yes, I totally agree.
I honestly think that is what separates some of the top fighters out, is their ability not just to make good reads, but to make adjustments on the fly. Like 1 pass, 2 passes later, they know. Okay, this person does this. I've got to do this. Yeah, exactly.
See if anyone actually got hit there.
Discussion? Question mark? All right. I see an important thing to look at for fighting, and that is how much swag you can bring to a tournament.
That's true.
That is a lot of flair. I love it.
It's a lot of something.
Yeah.
Miles would be so proud of you bringing that up.
He would. Where is he? Why is he not here?
I don't know.
Adult has adult. Dom, do you mean? So I would like you to elaborate if you would. When you say adaptability when looking for a candidate, what are your parameters for adaptability? Is it mid-fight, fight to fight, day to day, week to week, or how micro do we get with that? For the if you would say like kind of a minimum cutoff into mod level caliber.
What if you're so good you don't have to adapt?
That doesn't exist, John.
No, you're right. This is another classic Tora down the center.
Yeah, and he's aiming low again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, that adjustment lower and slightly to the
slightly to his right.
Yep.
Opponent's left.
Opponent's left. Yep. His adjustment was trying to put the hand in the way, but
yeah, I think that Maroon Fighter did not adapt as well. That's why he lost this.
Yeah.
Because he had success with a couple of things, and then he didn't go away from those things as much. Because he's doing the same down parry every time with his sword.
Yes,
and then trying
agreed.
to avoid to his left.
Yep.
And Tora kind of picks up on that and adjusts.
Very, very pretty fight. Man, oh man. What adaptation. I'm very proud of people who can do that. It's cool.
Yeah, Torres, I have a lot of experience with. People who don't know, I have a lot of experience fighting Tora over the years. And I think he's probably the best fighter in the world right now, or with rapier. But I don't know who this guy in the maroon is, but I'm very impressed. He gave Tora a really good fight. Most people do not. Most people go out there and get hit 3 or 4 times, and that's all. It's over.
Yes. Yeah, boy, is that true. The vast majority of fighters go out, get hit, move on.
Yeah. My proudest accomplishment is beating Tora in a tournament. So.
You're not swagging out.
But I've done it way less than he's beaten me, right? Like way less. So.
I might poke him on this one. That's cool.
The few wins I have I'm happy with those.
All right. So within one fight, you should be able to adapt your methodology to achieve victory. Yeah, I get it. So to your point, Dom, I definitely think that one's adaptability at different levels of like micro and macro really does show high-level fighting thought, and that has really nothing to do with the specific sport. It's not even rapier or rapier dagger or anything like that. That is just the ability to kind of look and critically think about what is happening and how to work with it or against it. Yeah, absolutely. All right. How you feeling, John?
I'm good.
All right.
Do you watch a couple more?
Yeah.
Did someone else put another video in the chat, or did I?
Let me look.
Put a Facebook. Dom says he put a Facebook one.
Let me do that. Let me do a copy and a pasta. Is this you fighting in your current locale?
Oh, Spears.
Okay. Let's watch. I'm excited.
What do you think of Spears, Dom? You like it because it's a stick?
just one big stick. That's both rude and funny. Nice.
That's my goal, to be rude and funny.
That's great.
Rude
Nice.
but funny.
What
Nice,
a good.
yeah.
Okay, so look at that very pretty right here. So that pump to get the parry, and then another small pump to try to get a defensive reaction, and then watching that defensive trigger, he kind of threw straight down the center, catching the kill. Very pretty.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, Dom. That looked a little percussive almost.
You can hear the clicks a little bit. Let's rewatch that last one. Last interchange.
Yes. Very nice.
Nice. Maybe it's the camera, but your pants look more orange.
The other guy has an orange belt.
Yeah, I was gonna say y'all rocking the
I
same
like your
flair.
Squire, Bumi, your Squire dome.
Oh,
Give out
that
orange
would be
belt.
funny. Make them wear a orange cadet collar instead of red.
He
That
kind of did that, I think, didn't he?
would be fucking cool. I don't know.
I think they'd have an orange belt.
All right, and one
Fair enough.
more. Let me check another video that was in the chat.
An orange epaulette. Okay. Close enough.
All right, this is another submission from Lobo.
So popular, Bumi.
Can you see it?
Yeah. That was a cool background.
Yeah, that is super picturesque for skating purposes. What's our geography?
Still accepting bets on tourney winner.
My Lord, Sandy, ready?
Hi.
Lord, Sandy, ready?
Hi.
For
Yeah,
honor
my
and
money's
chivalry,
already down.
marksman,
Let me see
Leon!
if I can. Hopefully audio's not too loud.
Which arm do you want
It doesn't seem too loud to me, but
Okay, good.
I like the quips. Like it.
well, they're very close.
That felt like a slap.
That was a flat slap. The kill is yours.
My lord, are you satisfied with the outcome?
Hey.
Victory to Bartholomew!
So it seemed a little bit to me like in that last exchange that neither fighter really were like dressing the blade very much. Like they just kind of threw and didn't really protect themselves as they were throwing.
You want to lose first.
Gonna see it again.
Yeah.
Yours. I like the quips. Like it.
Yeah. It looked like both threw shots, one missed, the other landed, I think. But better to have some sort of control over the sword before you attack. Or ideally you do it as you're attacking the same tempo. You defend and attack in the same action, or the same, you can blend those together. Easier to do with sword and dagger, which is why I like fighting sword and dagger better than single, but
Before beauty.
Sandy, ready?
Hi.
Sandy, ready? For honor and chivalry, Leon!
couldn't really see what happened there.
It has a tough angle for the first couple.
Yeah, look like a better angle right now. I couldn't see what.
Yeah, it looks like there's not enough measure.
Yeah, I think it just kind of like bounces around there, doesn't land.
Yeah, it came out all head just now. I was rushing to pour. I didn't get down the side of the glass. Although I appreciate you noticing details. It's an airplane. I'm hearing.
Sounds like an airplane. I couldn't really see because we were like literally right behind one of the fighters.
Yeah. Let's see if this third one gives us a better vantage from some of these ones.
Fergus Buffet!
Take 45 minutes.
Fergus Buffet does honorable combat against Lobo! All honors being previously given, you may fight the marshal's command.
My friend. The longer this takes, the more likely I am to win my rain back.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to lose that one. I'm on the other side. Let's finish.
Do you typically fight single blade?
Yeah, here it is.
Oh, okay.
I think Sword and Dagger is the best style.
Nice. Good shot.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Stood
It's hard to
range a
see
little
with
bit.
the pixels, but that looked like a cup shot
Yeah, it did look a little low.
or close to one. Oh, it's fine. Let's see. We'll go back to that playlist.
I think there were one or two videos we hadn't watched on the playlist that I
Okay.
think.
Let me pull that back up. We'll wrap it out with whatever is left. Thank you for hanging out with us this evening, chat.
Yeah. Thanks for people who've sent us more videos.
Yeah, that's great. We want to watch your stuff.
I think maybe that other Torah video is the only one we haven't watched yet. Or we didn't watch Death and Rowan.
Let's do that.
Yeah. That's probably a little better.
Death versus Rowan. For those who don't know, this is William Death, Billy Death, and he is a very high-end fencer out of the East.
Probably one of the best two-sword fighters for rapier
Yeah, agreed.
that I've met at least.
Yeah. He fights like a boxer by holding the end of two long swords, essentially, and has a very unique way of fighting. Is that the sword name? An Estok?
I'm trying to throw out the hand. Well, he goes real long stance there. Interesting.
Is he normally a little bit tighter stance, like a little narrower?
Yeah, I think he was trying to keep Rowan at bay by like reaching out and poking.
Did something happen there? I missed that. Oh, it looks like a nothing burger. I can't tell,
Didn't see anything.
but it had a bit of a reset, so I didn't know. Did something happen there, Rowan? And the last one looked like a reset.
Yeah, that shot is short, I think, right?
Yep.
Or maybe arm?
No, it doesn't look like it has any real purchase forward.
I don't think so either. Is he always throwing? Like this is something that even a lot of two-sword like case fighters don't do. Is they just don't even throw with both hands. But with that, you have to worry about either hand, which is what makes him like really annoying to fight.
Yeah. That is true. Most case fighters that you run into have a sword hand and then a bad dagger hand.
Yeah, it's a slow defense
slow
hand.
dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it caught something.
Yeah, but you see, he throws one and then the other.
Oh no,
Oh, I think it's just short. Oh, maybe right
that is where
again.
I think it hits.
I think you're right. Yeah. But if you think about it, that's the boxing, right? 1 2 1 2.
So that's an interesting. I was watching his hips. So he does the kind of the normal fencing step forward, right here that we were talking about, and immediately into a essentially cross step. But instead of cross stepping like in a forward, like you would walk, like crossing that foot by the other foot, it's a compass, like it's a pivot step, right here.
Yeah.
You see that? Like his hips pivot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
When
it is a
he's
step
pushing
with a
off
pivot.
he's pushing off with the foot that's down, kind of swinging the other foot around. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Interesting.
where he's
I hadn't
getting his
noticed that
range.
before.
I
Yeah.
think he is broad enough that increases a great amount of range.
Yes,
that's
I
why
agree,
that
yeah.
first sword is that short, right? Like significantly short, and that's why the second one, because of the width from shoulder point to shoulder point, and because that's rotating forward, and that is the difference in that measure.
Yeah. That
Oh,
looks
like his
really
weight
good.
falling forward, yeah. Yeah, isn't that crazy? We go from this hand barely being able to get there, and then that foot coming forward, bringing that shoulder forward, means that blade went a good bit into target, or at least where target was.
Yeah, that's really nice.
All right, last one. We're doing the Toro one.
Sure, let's do it.
Battleborn, a different event from the looks of it.
I think it's another HEMA event.
Probably another him event. Oh, we don't have orange kilt guy.
Oh no. What will we do?
Suffer. Lack of color in the world. That's not his sword.
Doesn't you say he has a lighter sword he uses with his elbows acting up or something?
That is some strong orange poofy pants. Yes, I actually think that's something that he used when his elbow was injured for like a year or two, but it was many years ago at this point. I think probably what happened was they forgot he either forgot his guard or the ship or something, because he will always use that guard. You know the guard I'm talking about, the twisted metal.
Twisted metal ring. Yeah.
Yeah, like the guard he had in the last video. He just always uses that guard. So I
I've
think
never
he's
seen
using
anything
like
else, so it seems strange.
yeah. It's to see him not using his sword doesn't even look like his kid anymore.
Yeah.
Like in my head.
I assume this other fighter is also a tiger, by the way that they're fighting, or at least they're fighting tiger style. It looks like to me.
Yeah. Well, it's a little harder to tell because Hema dresses all black as like Hema chic.
True.
So, right here, I just want to say that nobody, no matter how good you are, if you get spooked in a moment, you stand up straight because that's what humans do. He doesn't stand up straight very much, but even Tora, one of the top fighters that I have ever encountered, still spooks by standing up. So know that is human reaction.
A little leg pick there.
Yeah, it's good. Just jump forward. The best way to take advantage of that from my particular experience, is when you notice that they do that, that you immediately redouble. Because when they are leaned back, even if their sword is protruded forward, there's going to be an opening somewhere. Exactly, yeah. As Dom says, you redouble just that small step because they're frozen in space. They need too much time to reset their movement.
Yeah, and specifically it's their feet that are in a bad spot, right? Because their feet are now, their knees are locked because they've straightened their legs. So they might still be able to do something with their hands, but they're not going to be able to move in each direction very well.
Yep. Yeah, their forward back is cut out for just a split second.
Yeah.
If you can elicit that reaction with that small entry step, that small pen step, then you can follow up with your big explosion because they have been spooked and they're a little bit more upright and thus less mobile. Which is why all of the times we kind of slowed down and looked at that entry step explosion from all of the kind of tournament actions. That's one to take away because you can see I would say most people, if not everybody that we've watched tonight, who have found success, does that in their kit.
Yes. The boom boom kind of.
Yep, step.
That's that leg cut again.
Classic high-low with the leg cut. And once I found that works on him, I went to that too much.
Mm-hmm. So I think, freeze it for a second.
Yep.
Well, not there, but
Here?
just from Bumi. So I think Tora's knee is a little open to a stab because of the way he's putting his sword next to his knee instead of in front of it.
Yeah, agreed.
I think it's like the only thing.
Yep. He got punished for it, though, in that last point.
Yeah. I mean, I specifically like throwing at legs, so it pops out to me. But what happened there? Was that another leg cut?
That was a tip cut to the leg, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
Because of the frame, you can't even tell if it connects the frame prior and the frame after.
Yeah.
It's like behind and just after, so you don't know if it actually hit.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet you it made a noise.
Yeah.
And that's what they're
killing
off of.
On that plastic.
Yeah. Because that was an acknowledgement to me.
Mm-hmm. So is there an advantage to wear soft pads in HEMA?
HEMA?
So don't make it
some people, you're required to wear rigid on certain parts, but some people will go non-rigid on other parts for that reason, especially like on wrists and hands, on the parts you don't have to have like plating for.
You could cover rigid though in fabric or something. It might make a little bit less of a noise.
Right, just to deaden the sound a bit.
Not that I think that people should do that, but just
right, to cheese the system a little.
Good hand parry.
Hand parry down, throw up and over, huge blade bend.
I feel like that motion is something that Tor would say not to do, but he does a lot. That kind of, if you look at him, he parries down and he's very upright because he's. But he does it a lot and it works super well. So I don't necessarily think it's bad.
Agreed.
Like right here. Like, I think this is a good action that actually most good fighters do because they're voiding away their like midsection away from the blade.
Yeah. With
their parry and throwing over. I just think Tor would say not to do this.
Yeah, the more Fabris.
Dom does this kind of a lot, actually.
Agreed.
Stick his butt away from their sword.
Is this you, Dom? Is this how you Fabris? Fabrice?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like standing like that on guard, but I don't mind it as like in the middle of a motion. You just void away the part they're throwing and throw back, but it looks a little awkward, but I think it's fine.
Agreed. All right, back to the fighting.
A lot of discussion.
Are they still fighting?
Are they just like...
Is this the end? Did they hang out? Are we done? The fuck? Okay, there's fighting. There's fighting here at the end.
What was all that middle stuff?
I don't know.
I didn't watch this whole video when I first put it in the...
That's what you were saying about the knee being open, right? Like it feels like an open target.
Yeah. He just defends it with range.
Yeah. He doesn't defend with the sword. I defend with my sword now.
Yeah. I know. It's annoying.
Yeah, it works great.
Sometimes.
That's very pretty. Hey, every leg shot is no longer the John 1.
It is not as guaranteed as it used to, which is frustrating to me, but
Hey, look at that pen step again. Look at that step forward, entry step forward, continues on, kind of freezes the opponent. Free shot. Boom. Done.
right in the face. Pin step?
Yeah, penetration step. Like into the measure that you want.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which is what it's described as in grappling.
That seems like a reasonable way to describe it. I don't know what else you'd call it. An entry step?
Entry step is the other thing I say. How they call that?
Good hand parries in here.
Yeah. What it means is Tora has a good read on the committed lunges from his
Yeah, he
opponents.
feels more
Yeah, he
confident
looks
to
like
parry.
chilling. He's willing to get a
Yeah.
little posy in there because of that.
Well, if you're not reading it as well, you'll use the sword to parry because it covers more space.
Yep. You
I
also
mean,
like
most people-
give more space. Like you won't allow the person to again come in as much.
Yeah. Wasn't doing
Thank
that
you
against
for
that
the
other guy.
love. That sound effect is I believe a follow. So thank you. Yeah. Let's hear those sound effects. I love it. All right. Thank you everybody for hanging out with John and I tonight. I think we're gonna try to make Throwdown Thursdays a regular thing where we are going to do our video reviews and just generally do fight content of some sort. Thank you for hanging out with us. I hope everybody had a good time. All good. I'll post a VOD probably in the next couple of days so you can see everything that we've gone over. I will ask Tora about his sword because I'm curious.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that. Ask him about that guy in the maroon he fought too.
Oh, like who that was? Sure. I'll ask him and follow up with you when I find out. So for everybody who is in chat right now, thank you again for hanging out this evening. And if you hop on the YouTube channel, I'll post something. I'll post something on Facebook, or you can just message me if you want direct links. But I'll have all this stuff posted on the YouTube channel sooner than later. Yeah, thank you again. I hope everybody has a good night. I hope you all do a little bit of stretching because that's good for you. All right. Good night. Goodbye.
Bye.
Nice. Done.
Cool. We're off the air now.
Off the air.